There are just 4 issues that I'd like to comment on in terms of what you said. The first one, and I'd like the Chief Justice to close his ears in case there's another court challenge about what I'm about to say, that I spoke here as a leader of a political party, because I speak here, as you correctly said, Chairperson, as the President of the Republic. However, just a small comment, and the Chief Justice has already closed his ears. How I wish the mistake you made in saying these were the 29 election results was true. Now I put on my other hat, which is this one, State President. That, Mwepa, you said, instead of saying distinguished, you said extinguished. Highland, I'm not yet extinguished. But the one that I truly, truly loved, and I'd never thought I would hear the IEC talking about love. You also mentioned love. Many of us truly want love tonight. Thank you very much to all of you. The final announcement of the 2024 national and provincial election results today in many ways represents a victory for our democracy as South Africans. It also represents a victory of our constitutional order, but more importantly, it represents a victory for all the people of South Africa. We have held another successful election that has been free, fair, credible, and peaceful. The independent, the Independent Electoral Commission has, despite many challenges, many difficulties that you went through, many mountains that you had to climb, once more, you have acquitted yourself with excellence, professionalism, and integrity. And we applaud you, as we hereby do. Millions of South Africans have cast their votes in cities, in towns, in our villages, and on our farms and workplaces, including our prisons, at voting stations, also at home and abroad. South Africans care very much about their country, as exemplified in the manner in which they went out to vote. South Africans have demonstrated that they want to be part of making this beautiful country a better place. South Africans have shown how important their vote is and that they know that their vote does count. By going to vote, the people of South Africa have taken responsibility not only for the future of themselves as voters and their families, but for the future of our beautiful country. Through their votes, they have demonstrated clearly and plainly that our democracy is strong, that our democracy is robust, and that it is enduring. 30 years in the making of this democracy, it remains strong and it is still durable. And we are meant to be grateful for that. And thank you to the people of South Africa. Our people have given effect to the clarion call that has resonated across generations, that the people shall govern. Our people have spoken. Whether we like it or not, they have spoken. Warata lausarati, babuile bat. As the leaders of political parties, as all those who occupy positions of responsibility in society, we have heard the voices of our people, and we must respect their choices and their wishes. Over the past 30 years, we have strived together to build a country which everyone, black and white, man and woman, young and old, can call home. This election has reaffirmed building a South Africa for all remains the defining mission of our nation. Over the course of the election campaign, parties and candidates have at times differed, and quite often forcefully. They have expressed a wide variety of views that are often at odds with each other. This is a welcome and necessary feature of a robust democracy such as ours. Yet throughout the election campaign, parties and candidates have held fast to the fundamental principles of our Constitution and our democracy. Parties and candidates have affirmed the right of voters to participate in an election that is free, fair, and peaceful. And now we are all called upon to recognize that the results of the election in the end reflect the will of the people. What this election has made plain is that the people of South Africa expect their leaders to work together to meet their needs. They expect the parties for which they have voted to find common ground, to overcome their differences, to act and work together for the good of everyone. I want to repeat, to find common ground, and underline that, to overcome their differences, to act and work together for the good of everyone. That is what the people of South Africa have said. Now, our people expect all parties to work together within the framework of our Constitution and address whatever challenges we encounter peacefully and in accordance with the prescripts of our Constitution and the rule of law. That is what is required of us. And of course, we will always have different views. We will always have problems that we will raise. What our people expect of all of us is to work together to find solutions in a peaceful manner in accordance with our laws. Each party emerges from this election with a mandate based on the commitments they each made to the electorate. However, all the parties share an overarching mandate to work in partnership with each other and with society more broadly to build a country that is inclusive, united, and prosperous. As we take our seats in Parliament, in the National Assembly and Parliament, and in the provincial legislatures, let us appreciate that the seats that we occupy do not belong to us. They belong to the people of South Africa as we represent them. Whatever authority, whatever power we are entrusted with must be exercised to advance the interests of the people of South Africa. As the 2024 election reaches its conclusion, and as you mop up everything that has to do with your work, Chairperson, we want to thank the staff and leadership of the Independent Electoral Commission who have worked tirelessly to ensure the success of these elections, often under very trying and difficult conditions. We applaud you and we thank you, and let's give all the members of the Commission and the staff a round of applause and thank them. We are truly grateful to you. As I watched you do your work, I just kept on imagining, how do you do it when you have so many people all at one go in 3 days, all thronging to the centers that you have appointed or decided should be voting stations, and do it as well as you did. We thank you for that. Thank you very much. We must pay tribute to the men and women of the South African Police Service and the South African National Defence Force, General Masemula, General Mapanya. We want to thank you for ensuring peace and stability during voting. And we must also thank the Home Affairs staff and officials who ensured that as many voters as possible had their identity documents on election day. Thank you very much to you as well. I'd also like to extend our national gratitude to the independent candidates and leaders and members of various political parties that participated in the elections. I wish to thank all the local and international observer teams who gave their time and effort to ensure a free and fair election. I had occasion to thank the former President of Kenya, just to thank him for being here, President Kenyatta, as well as to thank President Jonathan of Nigeria, who were leading various teams on behalf of our continent, the AU, as well as on behalf of AISA. But I also do want to thank the journalists, all of you with your cameras here, the researchers, camera people, producers, analysts, and other members of the media who played such an essential role in ensuring that the people of South Africa were well informed as they went to vote. Thank you very much for being present and giving us the news continuously. Above all, I'd like to thank the most important people, the people of South Africa, for once again giving life and meaning to the values and principles of our constitutional democracy. And you are the most important people who have demonstrated that, yes, we can have a democracy, and you have given further life to the democracy that we now have.